From the ashes of Cornelius Agrippa and Paracelsus and their grand ambition arose the dreary droning of M. Krempe. Though I found a kindred spirit in M. Waldman, his nature was not cloyed by the shortcomings of his natural philosophy. The problem with natural philosophers nowadays is that they have abandoned the lofty pursuit of control over life and death. Instead, they have filled this void with infatuation of the mundane. Though I struggled to abide the myopia of M. Krempe after 2 years of attempting to surpass all those who had come before me, after I had attained all the knowledge my teachers could impart, I began to action my long-held fascination with the machinations of mortality, and so I resolved to manufacture an aberration. In hopes of controlling the aspects of life which the geniuses of time claimed were immutable, I took to beginning the creation of a being that would see me as its progenitor. For if you can create life, not even the chains of death can subdue your ambition. I devoted myself to study. I sought out little company, immersed myself in my work. Studying with ardor, I drew closer and closer to instilling life into what was once dead. As I further delved into my studies, I found myself more and more obsessed with the idea. Book after book, my obsession grew stronger, as did the reality of the project's success. As I looked into the eyes of this being, I was filled with disgust. My intent, infusing life into an inanimate body, had not meant to result in such a creature. I couldn't believe what I had done, what I had created. All of it had seemed so beautiful at first, but now it had manifested into a living, breathing creature. I couldn't help but be horrified. I had to get out of there. I couldn't bear to have the creature in my sights for another moment. I longed to forget the abomination that I had once forever desired. I fell into a restless slumber.
Elizabeth! Mother?
I awoke startled. There it was, watching me from across, the ghastly creation with its eyes fixed on me. Amongst the horror was my disappointment. For 2 years, day and night, I slaved to better my craft. What would have been my paramount triumph morphed to this utter nightmare.
Henry!
Upon returning to my college, I feared the very thought of the creature, alive and walking about, but more so of Henry witnessing the horror. Imploring him to wait a moment, I began my descent to the creature. Alas, he could not be found. My apartment, my room, was devoid of the creature's trace. By golly, the monster's gone! How joyous a day!
Holy crap! You're a speed demon!
It's alive.
What are you doing? You're going. Run!
So in the last Star Wars movie, we saw that although it was implied that Finn was the main character, as a matter of fact,
Go.
It was actually Rey is the main character. So she was. So as you see, oh my phone's ringing.
We have stoichiometry here. Stoichiometry is pretty much where math meets chemistry. I don't know how it's supposed to work, but something, 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 something.
That's just my brain.
I did nothing.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?